So, searching through the news of the internet, I found an interesting story. And I'm going to title it, what's her name? Chanen Raygoza. Is she just another atypical submissive HouseCarl? Or is she a proactive superwoman? Let's find out. A TikTok video posted by an NFL wife is going viral due to its submissive content. Considered a controversial topic in the black community, Chanen Raygoza, wife of New Orleans Saints wide receiver Juwan Johnson, shared a video that shows a routine day in the life of this NFL wife. She rises at 6 a.m. every morning to make breakfast for her man. She pours sugar and syrup on his eggs, that's gross, the sugar part, because he has a sweet tooth. Then she gets busy making the bed, cleaning the shower, and picking his clothes up off the floor. She also stops by the salon for eyelash extensions, so I look pleasing to him, quote unquote. Naturally, the comment section is in shambles. American women are highly critical of submissive. American women are highly critical of a wife who knows. Why am I messing up that sentence? Like I can't read. American women are highly critical of submissive. See, I'm not messing up the sentence. Look at it. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? American women are highly critical of submissive a wife who knows her lane. Let me focus. Let me get back to it. So clearly it's not me butchering this article. One Instagram user wrote, "These are jokes. I keep seeing TikToks about these white women being slaves to these black men." Who wrote that Instagram? Was that a black chick that said that? Or was that another white chick? Was that a black dude or a white dude? All of these identification symbols all mean something completely different. What they don't tell you in Instagram. That's why social media sometimes is for cowards. Sometimes. Another IG user wrote, "She sounds like an indentured servant, but there's nothing wrong with taking care of your man." Yeah, she's an indentured servant, alright. She signed a contract to work an unspecific amount of years so she can fulfill this contract, ensuring transportation from England all the way to America. Shut the idiot. And then another one said something about slavery. That's not slavery at all. These comments are crazy. Look, let's get to the point, guys. Alright? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Again, as I stated before in a previous video, we're going to start this off with philosophy and pragmatism. It's true if it works for you. If she wants to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning, cook and clean, pick up all of his clothes, wash the stains off his drawers, then after that, go work out for 2 hours, run around the block, have lunch made for him, pour sugar in his cereal or whatever, then goes to the salon, gets lip injections, has the eyes extended, spray on tan, hair parted, whatever. If she wants to do that, and that's what he likes, then what is the problem? The only problem I see in this story is, well, there's multiple problems. One, why are you posting your routine? But it finds out that she's a TikTok star with 1 million followers, so she needs content. Her doing this is her job. If you think about it, it's pretty smart. She gets to feed her people. What do you call people that watch TikTokers? TikTok watchers? Whatever. Instagram followers. She gets to feed her followers. She gets to make content. She gets to feed her man and get her chores done all in one. I call that the epitome of efficiency. Hell, she's doing it all. And she looks good doing it. A lot of us wish you had something like that. And it's not just women, it's men too. Bro, if I dated a high-powered superstar, I would wake up. Well, I'll be honest with you. Shannon, you got me on that. I'm not sure if I'm waking up at 6 a.m. I don't know about that. But, I mean, that just speaks to her having a structured lifestyle. I mean, after all, she was a gymnast for the Penn State Nittany Lions. She was a part of a team. She was an athlete, a student athlete. So structure is nothing for her. That's her entire life. It's the military, like me. I do most of my stuff before 6 a.m. So again, it's the narrative. Whoever wrote this, aside from errors, grammatical errors, whoever wrote this is putting her in a bad light. Although I did see another article stating that Shannon said that you need to be 100% submissive to be an NFL player. That's not only a generalization, but that does not sound right. Now, if the NFL player and the wife are in love and they actually have a bond, you wouldn't have to be like that. But again, it depends. Were you always like that? Are you submissive because you want him to be with you and not go anywhere else? Or is this your natural state? Like, which one is it? You know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk about is how it's taboo in the black community. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Look around. Read magazines. Watch MTV. Just watch TV. What is the typical African American man stereotyped as in TV? Lazy, doesn't deserve anything, a pimp, a thug, a worthless individual who doesn't deserve to be spoiled, who doesn't deserve the love of a woman, especially a woman that gets up, cooks and cleans, makes sandwiches, and do all that other stuff for her, especially a white woman. You don't really see that. But, again, that's because the black man is stereotyped in such a negative way that, I mean, why would you? I've told you before, I've said this before, I think sometimes black people are black people's worst enemy. You know who dogs the black man more than anybody else? The black woman. You know who dogs the black woman more than anybody else? The black man. Although a lot of white women make snide comments, it doesn't matter. We dog each other out. And since we dog each other out, why would you want to wake up and do stuff for him? He's a good-for-nothing nobody, a loser, a dog. You know what I mean? That's how you characterize some of these men that happen to be African American, black, but not all of them are like that. You don't see enough stories of the positive man that has a job, that gets up, takes care of his family, and then comes home, and then the homemaker, whoever that may be, takes care of him. You don't see a lot of stories about that unless you're watching a Lifetime channel or you're watching WandaVision, in which Vision comes back home and Wanda's there taking care of everything. And I say that because in the 1950s and in white, I'm not going to say in white society, especially in the 50s and some families that I've noticed when I was growing up, the white woman, the woman, is the homemaker. So it's okay for her to do that because the man has a job and everybody seems to know their roles. So if that's the case, how come she's not being called submissive? Here's my question. If he was white and she was white, would they be submissive? If she was black and he was white, what would you call that? It's all matters of opinion. All of it. It's opinion. But in closing, I'm simply going to say, just remember this. She doesn't have a job. She's a TikTok star. She married a football player. She has to do something. If she chooses to do something at all, what does she choose to do? She chooses to make TikTok videos of her daily routine with her man. As I stated before, she's knocking out all of her chores, all of her responsibilities, and making content at the same time. And if it's good for them, then it doesn't matter. If she decides to make this public, which I don't know if that's a good idea, especially making statements like that, then it becomes open debate among the denizens of the social media universe, you know what I mean? But whoever posted that is bad. She needs to do a better job of controlling the narrative. And again, you got racial undertones and nationalistic expectations because not just black people, women in general, if you talk to certain men don't even want to date American women. They don't. They prefer their women from different countries. Why is that? Maybe we'll make a video about that next time. Think about that though. I really gotta learn how to turn off the video a lot faster than this, but it's my first time. You guys can bear with me.